Okay, we are on. Today we are going to learn how to make a beanie. I should have brought one over here first, but we're going to make a beanie. What you do to start your crochet, if you don't know this, what I do is I flip it twice. I flip that over and then pull that through there. And you've got your slip knot, okay? You can watch that again if you need to, or you can make it another way that you know. Now what I've got here is some red yarn because it will show up really well. And we're going to start off, this is the simplest pattern that I've ever made for a beanie. You're going to start off with chaining 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to make your magic circle, which is you just go into the first chain, you grab and pull through both. And do a slip, not a slip knot, but a slip stitch. So you've got your little ring. Now what you're going to do here, and I'm using a G size thing, and this is Red Heart. Red Heart is the brand. It's just, I think it's 4-ply heavyweight or whatever. I'm not sure exactly. So we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to start doing double stitches. Just in America, it's called a double stitch, and I forgot what it's called in the other country. I heard on a video the other day that it's 2 different things in different countries. So first is you loop over, go in your ring, grab, grab, go 2, grab, go 2. We're going to do this 11 more times, no, 10 more times. Go in, we're going to have 12 total on the ring, but the chain 3 counts as 1. So now we have 3 stitches here, technically, but one of them is only the chain. This is my favorite pattern for the beanies, and I thought I'd share it. I know there's a lot of videos out there on crochet, but I know that also that some people learn a different way or like certain videos and don't like others. 5. And so these are all doubles. And I'm just starting out with my videos, so you'll have to forgive my whatever I'm not doing that I should be doing, because I'm new to this. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, my favorite part of this pattern is you don't have to count for the whole pattern. All you do is you count the 5 chains, you count the 12 here. And after this, it's going to be very simple. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now your first 3 chains counts as the first stitch, so that's the 12. You're actually only doing 11 double stitches in this. What you do next is you slip through the chained part, and you do a slip stitch, and you pull it tight. You slip it together. So now you have this little wreath, basically. Okay? Now you're going to chain 3 again. And this is the easy part because you're just going to get 2 doubles in each chain. So the first one is going to go in this obvious big hole, because when I've got kids and husband and family and people around, I can't sit and count for the entire pattern. It gets confusing, and it gets where I get mixed up and messed up and have to start over. And that's why I like this one so much, because I can only have to count the first part of the pattern, and then I can just glance and see that I've got 2 stitches in each one. So you've got 2 in that one. Now your next one, what you're doing is you're going in this stitch, you're going under 2 rows or 2 pieces of yarn here. There we go. And then you're going to do it again in the same hole under the same 2 pieces of yarn. So each one is going to have 2 stitches. And this one looks a little odd because it's where you started. But that's it for this row. It's very simple. It's 13 rows. You can make it a little bit longer if you want. See, I can talk into this one because I just glanced to see, and I've got 2 stitches there already. This one has 1, and this one is here. This one is also easy to adjust it to different sizes. And I'll explain that in just a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 and 2 here. And I'm going to stop this video and finish all the way around. And we'll be back in just a second. Okay, here we are at the end of row 2. Your first row, you did your 12. This row here should equal 24 or 25, depends on how you do this very end. Sometimes I get an extra stitch in here, and sometimes I don't. That doesn't really matter. You just do 2 stitches in each stitch. If you've got 1 extra here, it does not make a difference. Now what you're going to do from here is what makes the size of the hat. For a large adult, you would continue, you would do your 3, and you would do 2 stitches per stitch, okay? And for a small adult, you would do 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. It's still easy to count that out, even if you've got life and chaos going on around, because you don't have to actually count it. You just glance and see what is that stitch that you're doing. The 2 or the 1, the 2 or the 1. So a large adult is 2, 2, 2. A small adult is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And I'll show you that in just a second. We're going to do the small adult. And if you want to make a child's, you go 1, 2, 3, and you do 1 stitch each. So 1, 1, 1, 2. It's that simple. So we're going to do a small adult, which is 2 stitches in one place. See, I didn't go in this big opening, I went there, but that's okay. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to do 2. I'm just going to count that as 2, 1. It's not an exact science. So we've got 1 here, and then we've got 2. So next is 1. It's just a matter of the sizes, and I know that would drive some people absolutely insane, but this is just how I do it. So got 1, so I've got 2 in this one, and then I've got 1, so we've got 2, 1, and since this is a small adult, 2 and 1. Okay, I'm going to finish going around on that, and after this level is the easiest part of the whole thing, and I'll show you that when we get around. Okay, here we are with the first 3 rows done. You've got your ring and your 12, then you've got your 24, and you've got your 36. And it should be about 36, I believe, so let's just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 6, 7, 8, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So I've got 35 stitches, probably because this one is separate from this one. The chain, I didn't do a double on it. And then after that, I did 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 all the way around. Okay, so there's 30, what did I say, 5, something like that. Anyway, here we go. We're going to slip that together. Now from here on out, you're going to do 10 rows, but the rest of those 10 rows is 1 stitch per. Now I know that looks really small, but once you get it out there to here on your next stitch, that's where it's going to come down. So it's going to start coming down after this row. What you want to do is just do 1 stitch in each stitch. And this 2-1 is the small adult. It's a little tight on my head because I would be a large. But this one works for most average people. And if you want to do the 2 and 2 all the way around on the 3rd row, that makes it a large. That's what I normally do for my own. But this one is a small adult. I usually make these hats and donate to the homeless shelter, one of the different homeless places, and for people that need them in the winter. So I make up a bunch of hats and give them away to anyone who needs them, really. I love making them for kids too. I like making them with little faces on them. But I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to do my 10 rows, okay, and come back and show you the end result. Okay, here we are with the completed, see if I can pull it up, the completed hat. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Now this one ended up being very small. I'm not sure why. Maybe I was doing my stitches tighter because I was trying to record it. I'm not sure. But I did the 2-1, which is the small adult. I don't know what's up with this angle. Something's up. Okay, and we're going to take the loop. We're going to cut this off about right here. About 4 or 5 inches, somewhere in there. And then you take your thread and you just pull it through your loop. Okay? Now what I do to seal off everything is I use this giant needle, this big yarn needle, and I sew it in. And that way you're not just cutting it off at the knot. So on this part here, and we'll just sew right around and tuck it in there. Now this is a child size hat. I'm not sure what happened exactly, but it is very small. I think, honestly, I think I just did tighter stitches. I'm not sure. I'll have to make another one and see what happened. And then you cut it off after you sew it in. So you've got a line here in the very center where you started each row. You can kind of see this obvious, well, not obvious, but it kind of is obvious if you look at it a certain angle. And if y'all have any advice or comments or anything like that, feel free to go ahead and let me know. Be nice. I'm new to this and just getting started, so I'm a little nervous about making all these videos and doing crochet on videos. And this right here, I just kind of sew it in. I just know that I do crafts like every single day, like all the time. I've got embroidery and crochet and quilting and woodworking and painting and everything else. And that's what you see right here is my painting, which I'm doing next. I do all kinds of stuff, so I need to start recording it and sharing it with others and letting them learn how to do some of this stuff, because I've learned that some people do not know how to do some of the crafts that I do. So, but here is the finished product, and if it fits a small enough child, or if they want it a little shorter, you can always roll up a beanie if you've made it long enough. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm going to start making more videos very soon, like right now actually. And I hope that I don't sound too nervous on here, but we will talk to y'all later. I love this cute little hat. I've got about 20 hats over there ready to go. and we're going to be making some more. So thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next one.